Hi, it's Sam from Tarot for Writing, and I just got this little beauty in the mail. I actually filmed a version of this video just a couple of minutes ago, only to realize that my phone had filmed the entire thing horizontally instead of sideways. So here we are, trying this again. This is my first unboxing video, so please forgive me. The plastic is no longer on the box, which is actually kind of nice because I'm sure it was very noisy, me trying to take it off on camera. And let's just say I struggled a little bit trying to get this little thing open. So this is the Darkwood Tarot Mini, published by Llewelyn, and of course by the amazing Sasha with the wonderful art by Abigail Larson. And I adore the full-size version of the deck, and when I saw that the mini had come out, I had to get my hands on one, and I'll show you why a little later on in the video. But first, let's dig in here. So this is the box, beautiful artwork all around. It's just your standard basic little tuck box. One thing to note is that this does not come with any sort of guidebook. Here we have the backs, same backs as the original, and we'll actually do a little comparison in a minute. This is very tiny. My hands are very small, and I'll show you a size comparison in a few as well. But just to show you, it's the same beautiful artwork that spills out of the borders or into the borders. And if you're familiar with this deck, you know the beautiful artwork. So with that, let's pull in the original, which I have right here. So let's start with a size comparison. So I would say it is maybe a third of the size as the original. Let me show you from the back as well. Maybe it's a little easier to see there. It's the standard Llewelyn cardstock. And one thing you'll notice right away is there are some color differences, and I'll point them out to you as we go through this a little bit. The cardstock is nice. Same cardstock, same sort of gloss and feel, I would say. I haven't tried to shuffle this one yet, but this one shuffles beautifully. So let's look at them side by side and give you an idea of what I'm talking about with the color differences. Do you notice how the yellow in the background here seems warmer, and the green is a brighter green, where it's almost more of a grayish green, an olive green here? You can notice the same thing in the borders. These grayish borders have a green tint to them, where these are strictly gray. And I think you can also pick it up in the reds. So let's look at a couple of cards here. We have the Fool. As you can see, other than the slight tonal differences, we're dealing with the exact same artwork here, just reduced to a smaller size. Here we have the Magician. Again, notice that this red seems to pop a lot more, and there's a difference in the green hues as well. I hope the camera is picking this up. In the High Priestess, I can definitely see it. This is a much deeper, truer green, and this has more blue and gray undertones in it. Also notice how both the moon and her scroll seem to glow a little warmer in the original version than they do in the mini. You can really see it in the reds as well. This has a much more of an orange tint to it, and this is a much cooler red in my opinion. Very obvious again in the oranges here. Here we have the beautiful Hierophant, the Lovers. Yeah, the reds are really where I see it the most. Let me bring you a little bit closer. Can you see that color difference? one much more orange and warmer tones than the other. Here we have the Chariot. I just love that energy. And here we have the High Priestess. Again, do you see how this belt buckle and dependent really seem to glow? And we don't get that as much in the mini. And again, the reds in the snake are a little different as well. So let's flip through a little faster, because you'll notice the same thing over and over again. Much more glow coming from the Hermit's Lantern in the original than in the mini. Like I said, I would say it's about 1/3 of the size, so fairly small. I believe it's, I'm honestly not quite sure. I'll put in the description what the exact dimensions of the cards are. But the reason I wanted the mini is I am planning on doing a deep dive with this deck and use it quite a bit for daily draws and particularly for shadow work throughout the month of November, which I think is going to be beautiful. It's a fun, spooky deck, perfect for Halloween, but also something I tend to work with year-round. So in November, I want to really use this much more extensively, and one of the things I do is I do my daily pulls. I usually pull 3 cards, and I have the original size cards standing in a tarot holder on my altar by my desk where I can see them all day long. But because I'm not always home, I want to be able to carry this beautiful artwork around with me and have a way to reference these cards, whatever my cards for the day are, without having to take a picture, print something out, that kind of thing. I have a little travel planner, bullet journal type organizer that I carry with me that holds my calendar, it holds my tarot journal, and it has an insert that I'll show you in just a little bit with that fits business cards. And it fits 3 of these little small Llewelyn cards perfectly. So my plan is to basically use this little mini deck almost as a mirror deck, as an extension of the cards that I pull in the morning. So I'll just look through and find the appropriate cards in the mini and then carry them with me, so I have that beautiful card energy with me all day long and I can go back and reference them. And can I just say how much I adore this artwork? It's just stunning and such a beautiful deck to work with. Okay, so we're in the swords here. Again, in the reds, you can really see the difference. I hope that translates on camera. Like I said, this is my first time doing a deck video, so leave me a comment and let me know how I'm doing. Am I going too fast? Would you like me to slow down so you can take a closer look at the cards? I'd be happy to do a separate review of just the Darkwood Tarot in general. This is really more for you to see card by card the difference between the original and the brand new mini tarot version that Llewelyn came out with. And I believe they're doing this for quite a few of their decks. I absolutely adore the pentacles in this deck. The apple slices with the pentacle-shaped seeds in there are just amazing. Just really speaks to that earth energy for me and of abundance. You know, having the big fall apple harvest, and if you ever had an apple tree, you know that when everything goes well and all the apples become right, it really is an abundance. And you have to figure out what to do with all of them. So I don't remember if I mentioned it in this video or the first time I tried to record this, but there is no guidebook with the mini version. So you would probably want to pick that up. The only thing that you have is these 2 additional cards, which the first is just a little ad for the full deck, and then the basically the copyright card. I love using these kind of extra cards as bookmarks, both for my guidebooks and for any other book I'm reading. So I'll be setting these aside to use later. And let's also put the big deck aside so I can show you what I'm planning on doing with this. So this is what I carry with me every single day. I'm not going to go into the details of it because a lot of it is private, but this is a small little week-by-week agenda that holds all my appointments and everything I have to do throughout the day. There's a bullet journal thing in there. There's a little wallet insert in here. This right here is my tarot journal. And this right here is what I'm talking about. So I have the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith in the mini as well. And as you can see, these cards fit in here perfectly. This is the exact same size cards as the Dogwood Tarot. So there's a little bit of overlap, but I can fit 3 cards in here, carry them with me, and just flip my little organizer here open to get a look at them. So that's how I plan on using the Darkwood Mini. Yes, Darkwood Mini. Again, it's by Sasha and with the wonderful art by Abigail Larson. Let's give it a little bit of a shuffle. If you are used to shuffling a full-size tarot deck, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but you'll get the hang of it soon enough. And we have a flyer here, the Ace of Pentacles. How fitting with this new project for me and this new plan to do a deep dive and a deeper study of the Darkwood Tarot in November. I think that's as good a point as any to end this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you'd like me to do other deck review or unboxing videos. Do you have any suggestions of what I could improve? Let me know. Share what you can in the comments, and give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. And subscribe to the channel if this is something that's interesting to you. I'm gonna give this deck a good cleanse. Probably carry it around with me for a couple of days, just shuffling it to bond with it, possibly doing a little deck interview spread. And I will let you know how that goes. And I will be back with another video for you shortly. Thanks so much for watching.